Sounds good to me. I've got two of my idols. I'll mention them later. A number of years ago, I saw Morgan at a DeMatha function, and he asked me, "How are you doing, Bob?" Not casually, but with a genuine and sincere interest in how I was doing. I said quickly and without thought, "Morgan, I am blessed. I've always been blessed. Life has been very good to me." This made Morgan feel very, very happy. In the very beginning, I was blessed with a wonderful and supportive family. My parents, Dominic and Florence, were super parents, and my sister Mary Ann was my first role model. Family continues to be a blessing with me, my beautiful wife and loving wife, Vanessa, and my three wonderful children, Rob, Ross, and Sophia. I also have an extended family that is joyful and abundant. I was also blessed when I had to make the decision of where I was going to high school. I made the decision to go to DeMatha. In 1961, DeMatha's reputation was just developing. The good Benedictine nuns at St. Ambrose wanted me to go to Gonzaga or St. John's. I was the Jesuit material. I had the opportunity to meet Morgan, John Austin, and Johnny Jones. And to my good fortune, I chose DeMatha. At DeMatha, I met many fine teachers and role models. These individuals were the source of a multitude of life lessons. I only have time to mention the three men that had the most profound influence on me. The first was John Morland. He told me, and I quote, "Bob, if the shoe fits, wear it." I'm sure some of you heard that. What John was teaching me was to accept responsibility for your own actions. Your success or failure is up to you. Your problems are your own. Do not blame them on your parents, your environment, or whatever. You control your own destiny. What a great lesson. The second was Dr. Buck Hoffman. Buck taught me to look beyond the obvious, to peel back the onion, to find the true answer. My favorite American historical figure is Abe Lincoln. When he visited Niagara Falls in 1848, he was asked, "Abe, what do you think about when you see this magnificent natural wonder?" Abe replied, and I paraphrase, "I wonder where all the water comes from." Buck inspired me to use all my mental capabilities, to be creative, to think out of the box. Again, what a great lesson. The third individual was Coach Wood. Morgan's influence was deeply felt, and the lessons were many. I only have time to mention two. First is leadership. I've always been complimented in my professional career about my leadership ability. People say, "Bob, you're a natural leader," or "Bob, how do you always get the best people?" or "Bob, you're so lucky. I just don't understand how your teams consistently perform at such a high level." Well, I can now reveal the secret. Just about everything I learned about leadership, I learned at DeMatha by watching and listening to Morgan. I learned to be consistent in both thought and action. Lead by example, with character. Be fair and act with integrity. Teach to the individual, vary your approach. Always expect the best out of people. And this is something Morgan always told me. It's critical. You must find good people and then help them to unlock their full potential to become better. The second thing I learned from Morgan is a closer relationship with God. God is the utmost importance to Morgan. And again, I will quote Abe Lincoln. When asked whether God was on the Union side during the Civil War, he said, "My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right." Morgan always put God first. Last but not least, I was blessed with great teammates and classmates. Many like Mario Benani, Louis Sinclair, Terry Wiles, and Joe Marchant have become lifelong friends. I had super role models, people like the Ferrans, Jimmy Acker, Brendan McCarthy, Joe Kennedy, Mickey Wiles, Bob Whitmore, Rick McPherson, and Bernard Williams, just to mention a few. I had great teammates like Ernie Austin, Terry Wiles, Sid Catton, Tom Jones, Mike Szymanski, Louis Sinclair, Dave and Dan Crowley, Joe and Ned Merchant. The list could go on and on. So thanks to DeMatha for this wonderful honor, and may God continue to give his blessings to this special school.